And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream once again today. Second playing game. Here we go. Going to tip off in just a moment. It's between the Clippers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Winner of this game will take on the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Clippers lost 5 straight games in mid to late March, but they're back in the right track. They won the last 5 straight games for the Clippers. And this is crazy here. Last 5 games, they are averaging 128 points per game, which is just insane. They got some big victories over the Bucks. Were one of those games on April the 1st, 153 to 119. They were shorthanded that game from Milwaukee. They also beat Phoenix last week, 113 to 109. Though Phoenix was shorthanded. 4-1 record with Paul George returning back to the lineup on the floor. Minnesota, they got hot around a month ago, won 10 of 11 straight games. The last 10 games are just 4-6 for Minnesota, and they got the number 1 offense in the NBA for the T-Wolves, but opponents have shredded them, scoring 120 plus in their last 7 games they played 2 opponents. So here we go. This game is at Minnesota Target Center. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Haven't done these 2 teams in a while, so good to see. Able to get these 2 teams in the playing game. Minnesota white uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. Clippers black jerseys, white numbers, white letters as we are underway. Clippers left to right in the floor as they control the opening tip. Winner of this game will take on Memphis in that 7 versus 2 matchup. The loser of this game will have to play the winner of the Spurs-Pelicans on Friday. Turnaround jumper. Missed around the rim, off the mark for the Clippers. It goes to Minnesota. First possession of the game now for the T-Wolves. Pat Beverly, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jared Vanderbilt, Karl Anthony Towns. Starting 5 for Minnesota as the T-Wolves get a bucket down low. Paul George, Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris Sr., Nick Batum, and it was a Zubac starting 5 for the Clippers. Jumper at the free throw circle, George. Missed off the back rim, tipped up, battle for the rebound, controlled by Russell on Minnesota. D'Lo will take it up the court. He's defending the outside by Zubac one-on-one. First minute through the game, D'Lo shoots a 3, missed off the front rim. Defensive rebound pulled down by Batum. Collision between Morris and Vanderbilt. The clock will stop at 11:04. It's going to be charged to Morris. So 11:04 left to go in the first. Inbound coming up from Minnesota. Pat Beverly, inbound passer, gives it outside to Russell. Shovels it into the hands of Anthony Towns. Cat has it defended by Batum, left baseline dribble. And Karl Anthony Towns called in the travel. So that's a turnover. First bucket made of the game. That was by Anthony Edwards. Promising youngster from the University of Georgia. What's good, Ethan Malika? Italiano, thanks so much all for stopping on by in the stream once again. Jackson had a big playoffs last season. Dribbles to the right elbow. Moves it across the court. Batum, touch pass in the corner. Marcus Morris Sr. off his fingertips, turns it over. T-Wolves get the ball back. Minute 20 through the game. Hand off to Anthony Edwards. Settles for the jumper. Gets another one. All 4 on the board so far for Edwards. Clippers with a possession past midcourt with Reggie Jackson. Pass it off to Batum. George contacted into as the clock will stop. And this will be 3 shots, it looks like, at the free throw line. This is picked up by Minnesota. And that's charged to Jared Vanderbilt. Kelly, welcome back in, man. Actually, they will not say it's going to be in a shooting motion, so this will be the inbound for the Clippers. Non-shooting fall. Zubac gets the inbound, hands it outside of George. George dribbles up to the elbow, takes the jumper, hits it. Paul George coming back from injury, 4-1 record since he has come back. At the right corner, Clippers double Karl Anthony Towns. They get it away into the hands of Edwards, takes the 3, and he makes it. Anthony Edwards, all 7 on the board from Minnesota in the first 2 minutes. Clippers with a possession. Zubac from 3. Missed off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by Edwards. Minnesota with the ball. Edwards will take it up the floor. Edwards dribbles up, slips. Batum looking to force a tie-up. Loose ball controlled by Marcus Morris Sr. and a steal. Clippers have the possession. Burst of speed driving right down the lane. Reggie Jackson to the hole. Count it and the foul. Coast to coast right there by Reggie. Takes it himself between Anthony Towns, the one who picks up the foul. Dexter, welcome back in, man. So if you're just joining us, Anthony Edwards, perfect 3 of 3 from the floor from Minnesota. He's got all 7 so far in this game. Reggie Jackson going to shoot 1 shot coming up at the free throw line for the Clippers. Jackson with 2. Paul George made the first bucket of the game. 18-foot jump shot. Free throw missed off the back rim by George. Rebound pulled down by Anthony Towns. Minnesota with the ball. 9:20 left to go in the first. Russell. Bounce pass top of the key to Anthony Towns. Cat has it. Dribbles up into the key. Cat working on Jackson. Puts up the jumper. Well wide left of the rim. Goes out of bounds. That's an air ball by Cat. 9 minutes left to go in the first. Clippers with a possession. George. Jumper. Baseline. Off the side of the rim. Defensive rebound pulled down by Minnesota. T-Wolves have it. Down the lane. Wide open. Huge block right there by Zubac as he denies D'Lo. Goes out of bounds as well. Last touch by Minnesota. It will be Clippers ball. 8:47 left to go in the first. Clippers take it up the court with Jackson. Moves it out to the top of the key. Morris shoots a 3. He makes it. Splash. 7-7. 8.5 left to go in the first. T-Wolves with a possession. Russell moves it out to the left wing to Edwards. Edwards crossover working on Morris. Bounce pass, double team. They're doubling Anthony Towns. Cat yet to make a basket tonight. Out to Edwards. Deep range 3 pull-up. The MetaQuest logo and couldn't connect on it. Rebound control by George. Gets past one defender. Paul George. Drive. Kick. Corner. Jackson. Pump fake. Out to the wing. Open 3. Batum around the rim and out. Rebound pulled down by Minnesota. Under 8 minutes left to go in the first. T-Wolves with the ball top of the key. Anthony Towns thinking about a 3. Instead he goes shot fake and dribbles down the lane. Left hand off the glass. No good. Looking for the call. He's out of the play. 5-4 for the Clippers. Bounce pass. Morris. Right baseline dribble to the hole. Goes backdoor. He scores. Up and in off the backboard. First lead of the night for LA. 7.5 left to go in the first. Minnesota with a possession. Pass midcourt with Russell. Gives it out to the left wing. Into the hands of Beverly. Pat Beverly moves on top to Anthony Towns. Yet to score so far tonight. He's been a non-factor. Getting doubled constantly. Lost the handle. Russell gets it back. Out to Edwards. Step back 3 in the air from the corner. And Anthony Edwards called for the turnover. Stepped out of bounds. So after a roaring start from Minnesota, nobody else besides Anthony Edwards is yet to score to the first 4 minutes and 50 seconds. 7:10 left to go in the first. Clippers up by 2. George. Bounce pass to the left wing into the hands of Morris. Zubac gets a touch. Out to Batum. Top of the free throw circle. Sets up George. Spots up. Takes the 3. Splash. It goes through as he makes it. PG-13 with a triple. Largest lead of the game right here for the Clippers. It's part of a 10-zip run. Last 2 minutes, 45 seconds for LA. Minnesota with a possession. Hand off to Anthony Edwards. Has all 7 for the T-Wolves. Dribbles down the lane. Left hand. That got altered by Marcus Morris Sr. Ball goes right back to LA. Jackson. Dribbles. Drives. Down the lane. Gives it over to Zubac. And the foul committed by Minnesota. We're going to take the first time out of the game as well. 6:29 left to go as we head to the media break. Clippers. Nothing but net on the last 3 by PG-13. It's a 10-zip run by LA and Paul George top scorer. Tied with Marcus Morris Sr. Both of them with 5 so far tonight. What's good, Nick? Welcome in. Yes, this game's in Minnesota. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here. Future live streams I do cover but NBA games here on the channel, also college basketball. Tomorrow won't have any streams. Tomorrow I got lacrosse that I'm covering in person tomorrow, so I won't have any games tomorrow. What's good, Brian? Gaming with this guy. Welcome to stream, everybody. Yeah, they look good ever since Paul George has come back. Yeah. I have a cinnamon toaster strudel here to get me through the night. Kokubo, welcome in. Best of luck out there today. He's taking Minnesota. 3-point favorites in this matchup. Best of luck there, man. Nicole, welcome back in. Taking the Clippers tonight in this one. Feel free to let me know out in the chat who do you guys got in this game. Clippers or T-Wolves. We're in the first timeout. 6:29 remaining in the first. And Anthony Edwards was the only one who scored so far from Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns having a lot of trouble in this game so far. They're constantly doubling him, trying to take him out of the game. Cat is 0 for 2 tonight. Also has a turnover. And usually the Clippers get better and better, like late game situations. They're really good on throughout the second half. Make some big time adjustments with Ty Lue. And this is a great sign for them that they're already up 12-7. They were down early and able to come back in this one. So back to action, 6:20 left to go in the first. Minnesota and comes up with a steal as the Clippers pass into the key, went a little bit too wide of Batum. Beverly moves it out to his right to Edwards. He's got all 7 so far for the T-Wolves. Out to the top. Here's a 3 taken by Beverly. He hits it. Oop. So 12-10. Under 6 minutes left to go in the first. They might go for Sam Cassell. I think he's well deserving for a job coming up in the future. I see Juwan Howard's name on that list. Interesting there. Yeah, maybe Quinn Snyder too out of Utah. So Minnesota got 1 free throw. Able to score on it. 12-11, 5:43 left to go. T-Wolves going to get the inbound here. Russell at the left wing perimeter, defended by Batum. Moves across the court into the hands of Beverly. He just made a three. Takes one, missed off the back rim. Rebound controlled by Zubac. Paul George, Zubac, Batum, Reggie Jackson, and Marcus Morris Sr. 5 on the floor currently for the Clippers as George gets denied by Anthony Towns, who comes out with a block. Going the other way from Minnesota, Edwards makes the pass out to Russell. Shoots the three, blocked by Batum around the perimeter. And the Clippers come up with a basketball. Back-to-back blocks, one by each team. Deflected pass, far side, and stepped out of bounds with it was Vanderbilt of Minnesota. Clock will stop with 5:06. Dexter, welcome back in. Yeah, Clippers have been constantly going to the playoffs. They got a lot of playoff experience on this team. They made the playoffs in 10 of the last 11 straight seasons, and this is only the second appearance from Minnesota since 2004 for the playoffs. Other one being 2018 as the Clippers make the jumper up 14-11. 4:45 left to go. 4 turnovers for both of these teams. George, his pass deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay Clippers ball. I like the March Madness tournament the best there, Nicole. Nothing better than single game elimination for a chance to move on. Missed jumper off the front rim by Jackson. Rebound control by Minnesota. 4.5 left to go. Top of the key. Anthony Towns dribbles into the key now. Floats up a hook shot. Missed around the back rim. Rebound. Offensive board goes right back to Beverly. Puts it up. Count the bucket and the foul. He thinks here. They're going to... 1 second. They're going to take it off the board? I think so. Yeah, I got 14-11 right now. They're not going to count this? That clearly looked like a blocking foul by the Clippers, though. They're going to reverse it. They're going to say it's going to be Clippers basketball, so they will not count the Minnesota bucket by Beverly. Clippers have it. George, outside to Jackson, dribbles right down the lane. Reggie rejected by the bottom part of the backboard. Zubac tries to save it at the baseline. Zubac stepped out of bounds with it. This game's getting really sloppy. 4:09 left to go. A lot of questionable calls here in the early going. Did they call this on Minnesota late? Yeah, they did. It's actually going to stay Clippers basketball. There was a push by Karl-Anthony Towns on Zubac as he went out of bounds with the ball. So that's actually going to be charged to Cat there for the foul. So that is going to be Cat's first. Beverly's picked up 2 fouls. Yeah, a lot of calls going against Minnesota, looks like, in this one to start off. Clippers get the inbound up by 3. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Jumper at the baseline. Got it by Paul George. Four minutes left to go. 16-11 Clippers. It's going to be Beverly who brings up the court. Beverly at the wing. Got another foul. It's going to be picked up on Morris here. So Morris commits a personal foul. A little bit away from the basketball. Tangles up with Anthony Towns. Man, this game has had stop and start written all over it right from the beginning. 3:53 left to go. Minnesota will get the inbounds. Malik Beasley, the inbound passer. And there was just a technical on Marcus Morris Sr. So he's going to be really careful with these fouls. So that's 2 in a row. Marcus Morris Sr. technical foul, 1 free throw. And it was missed. So something was said. Turns over to the official. So you got tangled up with Anthony Towns. The fall prior to that. Score stays 16-11. Minnesota gets the inbound. Beverly floats one up. In the middle of traffic, he was stripped of the basketball. Stolen away by George. Clippers with the ball now. PG-13 moves it outside of Jackson. Crossover, dribbles into the paint. Passes down low to Zubac. Zubac guarded on top of Anthony Towns, and Zubac called on the turnover. Wow, we just can't have consecutive clock flow in this game right now. This is sloppy. 5 turnovers in the first quarter by the Clippers. 5 turnovers by the T-Wolves in the first quarter. What's good, Raymond? Welcome to the stream, man. 3.5 left to go in the first. Minnesota with a possession. Beverly bounce pass into the hands of Cat. Anthony Towns to the left elbow. Backs his way. Low block. He is double teamed. Anthony Towns floats up the shot. Missed off the rim. Offensive rebound controlled. Out to the wing. Open 3. Beasley couldn't convert. And the rebound pulled down by George. As George gets fouled in the backcourt. It's going to be picked up by Jaden McDaniels of Minnesota. This is a tough first quarter as far as fouls committed. And that's now the Clippers in the bonus. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome to the stream here, man. Thanks so much, bud. Clippers with 3 total fouls. 2 of those by Marcus Morris Sr., 1 of those by Paul George, and then 6 now by Minnesota, 2 by Beverly, 1 each by Vanderbilt, Katz, D'Angelo Russell, and Jaden McDaniels. D-Wade with a dono. Thanks so much, man, for the dono. You guys are legends in the stream. 1 for 2, that trip of the line for the Clippers by George. Minnesota gets the ball down by 6. Low scoring first quarter. 3:03 left to go in the first. And away from the basketball, it's going to be Norman Powell who commits the foul for the Clippers. We're still in the 3-minute mark portion of this first quarter, because this game just, there's a foul, it seems like, every 10 seconds. Minnesota with the ball. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Beverly out to the top. They move it out to the wing. Dribble attack, float up the runner. Drops through for 2. It's Malik Beasley from Minnesota. OTF, welcome back in once again, man. Jackson passes back outside of Zubac. Puts the ball into the hands to George. George crossover, dribbles up to the top of the key. George dribbles up to the elbow, moves across the court to Powell. Powell floats up a tough shot, and there's going to be a foul resulted on that. It's going to be charged to Beverly. Pat Beverly defending Norman Paul collided with him, trying to guard him. And Paul goes up to his jump shot motion. This should be 2 coming up at the free throw line out of the timeout. We're going to take the timeout first, though. 2:32 left to go in the first. 17-13, Clippers up in the low-scoring first quarter. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Right now we're just on the timeout here. 2:32 left to go in the first. 7 points by Marcus Morris Sr. Got called in a technical foul, though. He's got 2 personal fouls in this game. Just wasn't happy about one of the calls. He got tangled up with Karl Anthony Towns down low. Paul George with 6 points. Minnesota top scorer Anthony Edwards had the first 7 points in the game, has yet to score ever since. Karl Anthony Towns yet to score tonight, 0 for 4 from the floor, constantly getting double teamed. And tremendous game planning by Ty Lue and the Clippers going into this one. What's good, Alex? Welcome back in, man. Yeah, Celtics incredible, man. What a turnaround this season. The East is just so wide open. So it's so much up for grabs. Yeah, it was pointed out a little bit because I forgot about him, but now I see the name floating in. That I think that would be a great fit there for Mark Jackson, because I'm looking at articles right now, and one of them by Sports Illustrated says that LeBron is interested in Mark Jackson being the new Lakers coach. If not, I think the assistant from Philadelphia, Sam Cassell, his name has been floating up a lot when like last season in the offseason didn't get a head coaching job, but I think he's another one there. Yeah, I'm back and forth on that. I think it's gonna be Jokic for MVP, but both of them have made strong cases this season because Embiid's the top scorer, but Jokic, he's top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists. As both of the free throws are good at the line for the Clippers, we get back to action 19-13. Pat Beverly's picked up 3 quick falls. Potentially. I'm gonna go with Memphis though in that first round match. They would have to get paired up against Memphis. I think that'd be the out of the other one. If they lose this one, I think it's gonna be really difficult against Phoenix. But if they get past Memphis, I think they got a chance there because they just would open it up for a big playoff run if they're able to eliminate the 2 seed, going backdoor Minnesota with a bucket. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Clippers with the ball. Terrence Mann broke out last season in the playoffs. He has it. Pass off to the corner. Open 3. Powell right through as that goes for the 3 ball. .140 left to go. Minnesota start out 3 of 15 from the floor ever since the 3 of 4 though. Anthony Towns yet to score. Cat dribbles down the lane, puts up a tough shot, and gets called on another travel. So just flustered all night long here, getting multiple double team after double team. That time he was just guarded one-on-one by Robert Covington. And Karl-Anthony Towns is 0 for 5 from the floor, no points, and 2 turnovers, and 2 personal fouls. So Ty Lue just textbook here, getting his team prepared for Cat, as he's currently on the bench now for Anthony Towns with 1:33 left to play. One and a half minutes left to go. Clippers get the inbound. Jackson puts the ball into the hands to Powell. Powell dribbles down the lane, gives it out to the corner. Man, extra pass out to Jackson. Jackson into the key. Passes outside to Covington. Covington falling away. Takes the jumper. Off the glass, no good. A rebound. Controlled by Russell of Minnesota. D'Lo dribbles up to the free throw circle. Kick out to the corner. Into the hands to Beasley. Beasley takes the jumper. And it's going to be another turnover by Minnesota. 1:08 left to play. It's just been a sloppy game so far this first quarter. 7 total turnovers by the T-Wolves here in the first quarter. 6 by the Clippers. 1 minute remaining. Clippers with a possession, driving right down the lane. Missed the layup off the bottom part of the glass by Isaiah Hartenstein. Goes right back to Minnesota. Down low, able to find Naz Reid for the bucket. .45 seconds remaining. Clippers with the ball. Dribble, drive, Powell, straight to the cup. He scores with a right-handed layup. Minnesota has it on the outside. Jalen Noel takes the jumper. Missed off the front rim. Rebound pulled out by Hartenstein. 25 seconds left to play in the first. Clippers have possession. 20 seconds left to go. 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Clippers with the ball, edge of the midcourt logo. Reggie Jackson. Jackson defended 1-on-1 by D'Lo. Crossover, dribbles. Right down the lane, puts one up and off the glass. He scores up and off the backboard for 2 more by Reggie. Up to a 9-point lead for the Clippers. 3 seconds left to play. They pass it out to the wing. 3 on its way. Swoosh! That is good at the horn. Picks up where... That big 3-point shot right there. That is Jaden McDaniels at the horn, who hits the 3-point shot. The extra pass made by Russell to the outside, and McDaniels over Covington launches the 3 and drills it. Low scoring first quarter in the books. A lot of big shots, though, late stage of that stretch, though. 26-20 to score at the end of 1. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover play-by-play action of basketball here on the channel. NBA, also college basketball as well. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you got in this one tonight? Clippers or T-Wolves? Top scorer currently for the Clippers, 7 points each by Marcus Morris Sr. and Norman Powell. Paul George has got 6 points. T-Wolves top scorer 7 points by Anthony Edwards. He had the first 7 points of the game. Hey, thanks so much, OTF. Appreciate it, man. Glad to have you guys in the stream. That was a tough first quarter just to get through. A lot of, like, stop and start with turnovers. 13 total turnovers combined in the first quarter. Yeah, I've got the Clippers in this one. I'm going to take my Celtics in that series. I think it's going to be really good, though, in that series. Yeah, I've got the same thing as Vegas here. I got Celtics in 6 in that one. Yeah, same with me, man. I think it's going to be tougher in the series against the Bucks. All they have to do is just escape the series against Brooklyn. And then dealing with Giannis, I think, is going to be the major issue. So we get back to action here. 6-point lead by the Clippers as we start off the second quarter of action. Minnesota right to left on the floor as they get the ball to start things off. Edge of the midcourt logo, it is D'Angelo Russell. He's defending the outside by Hartenstein. Shoots the three by D'Lo, who makes it. Well, the start there for Minnesota right out of the gate in the second quarter. .5 left to go in the second. Jackson crosses midcourt. He's defended by Jaden McDaniels. Passes to the near side. And McDaniels commits the foul, knocking down Hartenstein. And Jackson, actually. He knocked down Jackson towards his right. Hartenstein was there to help out Jackson. 11:24 left to go in the second. Inbound here by Mann. Passes off to Jackson. Picks up by Hartenstein, who rolls down. He was behind Naz Reid for a moment. They will kick it out to the corner. Into the hands of Jackson at the top. Takes the three. Right down the middle it goes. Bullseye by Reggie. Great start by Reggie Jackson. Top scorer now for LA with 9 total points. 4-6 from the floor. At the free throw circle, D'Angelo Russell moves it back around the perimeter. Into the hands to Jalen Noel. Spin move, floats up a tough shot, missed off the rim. We do have a foul call, though. Yep, Paul George is playing tonight. George has got himself currently 6 points. This will send Jalen Noel to the free throw line. First shot he misses. Second shot by Noel. That's good. Under 11 minutes left to go in the second. Hartenstein hands it off to Powell. Shoots a three straight away, and he makes it. They are roping in these threes right now for the Clippers. Solid from the perimeter. 5 of 7 as a team from the outside. Norman Powell is perfect. 2 of 2. He's up to 10 total points, the top scorer, but 2 of 2 from 3. And a made 3 each by Marcus Morris Sr., Reggie Jackson, Paul George tonight in this game. Nick Batum is the only one who's yet to make a 3. Is 0 for 2 from the perimeter. Bucket down low for the T-Wolves. 6-point game. Minnesota gets the ball back on the rebound now. 10:05 left to go in the second. Loose ball picked up in a steal near side of the course by Covington. Covington out to the races. 2-on-1. Bodies collide right into the middle of D'Angelo Russell. And Covington will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's going to be a blocking foul charge to Russell. So we got 10:03 left to go in the second. Covington, first free throw, that is good. A lot of fouls so far in this game. We take a look at the foul situation. Marcus Morris Sr., he's got 2 personal fouls. Norman Powell's got 2 for the Clippers. And then foul trouble so far from Minnesota. 3 by Pat Beverly. 2 each by 3 other players. Karl-Anthony Towns being one of them. D'Angelo Russell and Jaden McDaniels. Cat is yet to score tonight. No points through 10 minutes. 0 for 5 from the floor. Constantly getting double teamed by the Clippers defense. Second shot is good. 34-26. Covington made them both. At the mid-block, they give it over to Naz Reid. Reid moves it outside. Top of the key, pump fake. D'Lo floats up the runner over Hartenstein. Gets it. I'm going to take the Hawks in that one. for the first playing game. And then Spurs-Pelicans, I'm going to go with the Spurs in that game. Spurs been playing really well lately. Here's a steal picked up by Minnesota out on the break. The Clippers get called at a reach of that midcourt. Clock will stop at 9:26. It's going to be charged to Reggie Jackson. So that's Jackson's first that he picks up. Reggie Jackson, number 2 scorer. He's got 9 points for the Clippers behind Norman Powell with 10. Still awaiting this official review on the floor here with Jackson swiping right out at Edwards. Tomorrow I'm gonna be off, so no streams tomorrow. I'm calling lacrosse tomorrow in person. Just still awaiting the official review on this call. 9:27 left to go in the second. Alright, so Minnesota's going to get the inbounds. Far side of the court, D'Angelo Russell in the front court. Moves it out opposite side into the hands of Jaden McDaniels. Dribbles up, takes the jumper, missed off the front rim. Defensive rebound, gets pulled down by Covington. George back on the floor for the Clippers. 9:15 left to play. George at the top of the key, defended by Russell. Drives, kicks out to the corner. 3 on its way. Powell. And Powell gets fouled. Both of his feet behind the 3-point line. This should be 3 coming up at the charity stripe. Yeah, that's clearly behind the 3-point line. That's on Jalen Noel. Picks up a terrible blocking foul there, and this will be 3 shots at the line for Norman Powell. So here we go. Powell, first free throw, and no good. Around the rim and out. 9:08 left to play in the second. What's good, Bradley? Welcome back in, man. Got a lot of fouls so far in this game. Bunch of turnovers. They're just going to give him 2. I thought it would have been 3. They just give him 2. So it was before the shooting motion. 35-28. 9 minutes left to go. Down low, Naz Reid misses the layup. Clippers come up with a rebound. Jackson lobs it over into the hands to George. Takes the jumper, missed off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by Reid. Minnesota down by 7. They give it out to the wing to Edwards. Anthony Edwards had the first 7 points in this game. Passes out to Russell. Russell moves it to the left wing to Edwards. Takes the 3 over Hartenstein. Sinks it. Anthony Edwards keeping Minnesota in this game right now. 10 points now for Edwards. Makes his first bucket of the second quarter. Right corner 3. Right back they hit it. That's Robert Covington with a 3. Russell moves it out to his right. Into the hands to Edwards. Edwards dribbles to the right wing. Spots up. Shoots the 3 ball. Hits another one. That goes down straight through the middle. 8 minutes left to go as the whole crowd erupts here out of Minnesota. Clippers with a possession. George dribbles up to the right wing perimeter. He's defended one-on-one by McDaniels. Now takes on another group of defenders down low. Missed the shot. Looking for the call. Couldn't get one. A rebound committed by rebound pulled down by Minnesota. Getting right to the rim. Edwards. No good. Missed the layup. The ball gets tipped right back to him. Catches it. He was out of bounds sitting. And that should be Clippers ball. .732 left to go in the second. Clippers have possession. Jackson will take it up the floor. He's got Zubac, Covington, George, and Norman Powell out to the corner. Powell catch and fire three as he drills it. Norman Powell, what a game he has had tonight for the Clippers. Off the bench, top scorer with 14 points. Perfect 3 at 3 from three-point range. T-Wolves with a 3. Well short by Anthony Towns. Rebound control by the Clippers. Karl-Anthony Towns, rough night for him. No points yet to be on the board. 0 for 6 from the floor. 11 total minutes. By Cat with 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. Another 3. Comes up to the left of the rim. Missed it was Covington. Minnesota now with a rebound. Out to the wing. As Noel gives it over to Edwards, dribbles down the lane. Edwards right to the cup over. Zubac finishes up and off the backboard. Anthony Edwards keeping in Minnesota at bay. He's the top scorer with 15 points for the T-Wolves. Clippers with a possession. 6.5 left to go before halftime. Jackson, crossover to right wing. Zubac sets the pick. Jackson dribbles up, takes the jumper, missed off the back rim. Defensive rebound gets pulled down by Edwards of Minnesota. 6:15 left to go. Edwards at the right wing. Crossover, that was nasty. Spots up, open 3, missed off the front rim. Zubac with a defensive rebound. Powell pushes it. George attacks. And George swarmed into and followed between Beverly and Edwards. I think it's going to be on Edwards first. Clock will stop. 6:05 left to go. Clippers up by 5. 41-36 the score. So we're going to take a timeout here on the floor. Anthony Edwards. A lot of big buckets. Keeping the T-Wolves right in this game. He is the top scorer for Minnesota with 15. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for joining in, being a part here on the channel right now. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you guys got in this one tonight? Clippers or T-Wolves? Winner will take on the Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Memphis, the number 2 seed. What's good, Lawrence? Welcome to the stream once again, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Ring Collector, welcome back. Taking the Clippers tonight. Really good game we've got so far. Incredible coaching by Ty Lue, just completely taking out Karl-Anthony Towns of this game. He's constantly getting double teamed. Nowhere to be found by Cat. No points. 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. 0 for 6 shooting from the floor. Through 11 minutes by Karl-Anthony Towns. And usually the Clippers are more like the comeback kids. Right now they're on top 41-36. Doing it through their defense so far in this game. Forcing Minnesota to shoot the ball 42% from the floor. And they're actually shooting the ball much worse from 2 than they are from 3. Minnesota has only made 8 2-point shots out of 20 total attempts right now from 2. That's just 40% from 2-point range from Minnesota. Top scorer in the game, that is Norman Powell. He's scored 14 points so far. Perfect. 3 of 3 from the perimeter. 4 of 4 from the floor. It's the 3-point shooting that's been a difference maker today. Clippers are 7 for 10 from the outside at 70% in the first half. Minnesota's threes are hanging them, keeping them in the game actually at 46%, 6 of 13. I usually wake up around 6:30. Yeah, I usually have like early wake-up calls. Back to action, 6 minutes left to go. Clippers shoot a 3 straight away. Missed around the rim and out by Marcus Morris Sr. Minnesota comes out with a rebound right to left on the floor for the Timberwolves. They got coming out of the timeout Pat Beverly, Anthony Edwards, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, and Karl Anthony Towns. Deflected pass near side of the court, and it will stay Minnesota ball. Yeah, usually every day is a pretty long day. 5:36 left to go in the second. Minnesota is going to get the inbound. Out to the corner. Beasley shoots a 3 with 5 in the shot clock. Overshoots the rim. Goes out of bounds. The Clippers going to get back to basketball. They have Jackson, Batum, Zubac, George, and Morris. The 5 of the floor currently for the Clippers. Bounce pass, left baseline into the hands to George. Backs his way into the post, puts one up around the rim. Missed off the mark, tipped off the glass. Rebound controlled by Edwards of Minnesota. T-Wolves with a possession. Edwards lost the handle, gets it back. Gives it outside to Towns. Shoots the 3. Missed off the front rim, and Karl Anthony Towns still yet to score with 5 minutes remaining before halftime. 0 for 7 shooting, 0 for 2 from 2, 13 minutes, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls picked up by Karl Anthony Towns, as that will be his third right there. They call him on. And this will send the Clippers to the bonus. It's going to be Paul George who attacks right to the rim and draws the foul on Cat, his third. Yeah, things going pretty well. I'm fairly sure for him. First one, good, by Paul George. It's not like Paul George has been going off either tonight. This is a really good sign for the Clippers. 7 points by Paul George. And despite that, they're up 42-36. Second free throw is good. So Paul George has got 8. He is the number 2 scorer behind Norman, or number 3 scorer now behind Norman Powell's 14 and 9 points by Reggie Jackson. 4:45 left to go. Minnesota with the ball. Anthony Towns pro hop. Gives it out to the wing. Bounce pass. 3 in the air. Beasley comes up short. Jackson with a defensive rebound. Clippers going to slow it down. 4.5 left to play. Entry pass inside Zubac. Passes out to the touch. George touch pass. Attacking Batum. Blocked by Edwards. They will call a blocking foul though. And Nick Batum will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Anthony Edwards thought that he got all ball there. Nick Batum. Yeah, that's a tough foul going against Minnesota. That looked like all ball right there. They call him on the blocking foul. There might have been partially, it looked like the top of the fingertips by Batum that he got. That's a tough call going against Edwards. First shot missed at the line for Batum. 4:20 left to go. Second shot Batum makes. Minnesota has possession past midcourt with Edwards. Edwards dribbles right baseline. Moves it outside of Towns, able to snag it. So that was a tough pass. Backs his way on Batum now at the free throw circle. Anthony Towns doing everything he's got to get to the cup, and he gets fouled. Cat is just getting destroyed today in this game by a handful of defenders who has been put up to the task to defend him, and looking for his first point, trying to see if he can get on the board tonight for Karl Anthony Towns. He goes right after Nick Batum. So that's Batum's first. Just 8 total fouls for the Clippers. The T-Wolves have got 14 they've committed. First shot's good by Anthony Towns. So Karl Anthony Towns finally gets a point on the board. Gets his first point of the game on the free throw. Second one's good. And he struggled game 3 against the Clippers. He only scored 3 points in game 3. So he's got 2 now. Yet to make a shot, though, tonight for Cat. He is 0 for 7 from the floor and 14 minutes total played. George goes backdoor, missed the layup, pinwheels around for the rebound, and it will be another foul picked up by Minnesota. It's going to be charged to Anthony Towns, I believe, and if so, that's going to be his 4th, and it is. That's on Karl Anthony Towns' 4th he picks up before halftime. Battling with Zubac trying to come up with a rebound. So first one by the Clippers is good. Since they're in a bonus, and Karl Anthony Towns has picked up 4 fouls. Just 2 points in the first half with 3:48 left to play. Second free throw missed off the mark. Minnesota comes out with a rebound. Beverly out to the wing. Puts it underneath, and Zubac called on the blocking foul. It's going to send Jared Vanderbilt to shoot 2. Just hasn't been a good game as far as foul calls on the floor tonight. Jared Vanderbilt, averaging around 7 points per game this season, missed the first free throw. There's been a lot of free throw struggles today. Timberwolves are 4 of 7 at the free throw line. Clippers are 10 of 15. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls in this type of game tonight. Both of the teams have combined for 24 total personal fouls, 15 of those by Minnesota, 9 by the Clippers. And then both teams have combined for 16 total turnovers, both teams with 8 each. Just absolute genius of a coaching plan here by Ty Lue and the Clippers. So 45-38 to score. We got 3:34 left to go before halftime. Hey, have a nice night there, Alex. This game has taken way too long. Wow. A good thing they started it around 9:30. Because, yeah, this game ain't going to be over till like 1 in the morning if you start at 10. Okay, so Jared Vanderbilt's going to get one more at the free throw line. 3:34 left to go. That one's good. Clippers will take it up the court with Jackson. Jackson bounce pass out to George. Floats up the runner and a key. Missed off the front rim. Tipped up. Defensive rebound. Gets pulled down by Vanderbilt. Down by 6 for Minnesota. Looking to cut into it. Going right to the rim and scoring. That is Pat Beverly with a layup. Just gets it right over Reggie Jackson. Kiss off the glass right there by Beverly. 3:10 left to go. Clippers have possession. Jackson bounce past Zubac. Moves it outside. Into the hands to Morris. Morris hands it off to Batum. Moves it on top into the hands of Jackson. Jackson off the Zubac pick. They pass out to the corner. Pump fake, dribbles up, jumper, baseline. Missed off the rim by Morris. Defensive rebound pulled out by Minnesota. 4-point game. T-Wolves with a possession. 2:40 left to go. Out to the wing. Open 3 on its way. That's good for the 3 ball from Minnesota. Drive and kick. Pat Beverly out to Malik Beasley, who makes the 3. We got ourselves a ball game. 45-44 to score. Timeout taken on the floor. 2:37 left to go remaining before halftime. And it's a big 3 by Malik Beasley. Beasley first made 3 of the game. He's up to 5 points. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys joining in tonight, being a part here on the channel right now. What a game we got. Anthony Edwards got 15 points, keeping Minnesota in this game without Karl-Anthony Towns being a factor tonight. No field goals by Cat, just 2 points, 0 for 7 from the floor, 2 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls. Clippers top scorer, 14 points by Norman Powell. Paul George hasn't gone off just yet. He's only got 8 points, just 2 of 8 shooting. Been a really good game, though, so far tonight. Yeah, this game is looking like a late one by the pace that we're going today. A bunch of fouls, a bunch of turnovers. Clippers shooting the ball 64% from 3-point range. They're 7 for 11 tonight. Not bad for Minnesota either. They're 7 of 17 at 42%. Or 41% from 3. Points to the paint's really helping out Minnesota in this game. Keep them in it. 16 to 8 points in the paint currently. So winner of this game will take on the Grizzlies in that first round matchup. So that's what is at stake here. All right, here we go. We're getting back to action right now. 45-44. 2.5 left to play. Out to the wing. Jackson moves it over to George. George puts one up. He gets fouled. And the clock will stop. With 2:23, it's going to be charged to Edwards. So we're still in the first half right now. 2:23 remaining. Reason why? This first half is combined for 25 total fouls now. 16 of those fouls picked up by Minnesota. Just a quick rundown of the foul trouble numbers as Paul George will shoot 2 coming up here for the Clippers. 4 personal fouls in the first half by Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 each by Anthony Edwards and Pat Beverly, and then 2 fouls picked up by D'Angelo Russell and Jaden McDaniels. Those are the players with multiple fouls in the game, at least 2. What's good, Warren? Welcome to the stream here, man. Yeah, hope so, man. Hopefully Celtics able to do it in 6 is what I've got as well. First shot good at the line for George. Second one, no good. Bounced around the rim and out. Rebound pulled down by the T-Wolves. Minnesota with the ball. Naz Reid. Hand off on the outside. Russell. Into the hands to Beverly. Takes it right to the rim. Missed the layup. Rebound pulled down by Zubac of the Clippers. 2-point game. Great game tonight. 2 minutes left to go before halftime. George moves it outside to Jackson. Pump fake, dribbles up. And Jackson called in the foul, pushing off. As Beverly went down, it's going to be Minnesota basketball. Ooh, yeah, that's a heavy right elbow. Right elbow right into Beverly. Beverly sells it right there. Just drops like a human missile down to the ground. 1:50 left to go before halftime. That was a nice sell job right there by Bev. Russell on the outside, defended by Jackson. Edge of that target center logo. We get another foul. This one's committed. I think it's by Jackson again. Yeah, it is. That's back-to-back fouls by Jackson last 15 seconds. So that's his third. So he just had 1 foul a couple moments ago. He's now got 3 for Reggie Jackson. And this is going to put Minnesota into the bonus. First free throw missed at the line by Russell. Part of the problem's been these teams have just not made their free throws. The Clippers are 11 for 17. That's at 65%. The T-Wolves are at 63%, 5 and 9. It's going to come down to, like, at this point in the game, it's going to come down to who's even available in the fourth quarter by this rate. This is looking like a typical SEC college basketball game between Auburn and LSU from this past season that had like 48, 49 fouls in it. Second shot's good. We have combined for 27 fouls in the first half. 11 by the Clippers, 16 by Minnesota. Clippers will take a step-back jumper. George, no good. Off the back rim. Rebound control by Minnesota. Minute 25 left to play before halftime. T-Wolves for the possession. Russell. At the edge of the MetaQuest logo. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. D-Lo floats up the shot. Gets it. Does a tumble roll. He gets fouled as well from behind. D'Angelo Russell counted and 1. That's going to be charged to Covington of the Clippers, who picks up the foul. And D'Angelo Russell will shoot 1 at the line. So Covington picks up his first personal foul of the night. Free throw is good. Minnesota by 2. The Clippers have squandered that lead that they once had. 1:10 left to go before halftime. Powell moves it outside into the hands of Mann. Passes out to Powell. Left baseline dribble. Stripped. Lost it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley, though. Great defense there by Malik Beasley from Minnesota. .58 seconds left to play. Clippers looking to get the inbound here. They bounce pass it out to George. Dumps it out down low. Powell moves it out to Covington. 4 in the shot clock. Floats up the shot. And another whistle here, and a foul committed by Minnesota again with 54 seconds. And now be charged to Malik Beasley. So this will send Robert Covington into the bonus. 2 shots he'll attempt at the line. It's going to come down to who can make free throws tonight in this game. Both of these teams have struggled so far. Second shot's good by Covington, even at 48. 50 seconds left to go before halftime. T-Wolves have possession. Russell. Around the perimeter. Moves it out to Beasley. Back out to Russell. 40 seconds left to go. 10 in the shot clock. Russell. At the low block. Puts up the shot. Got it off the step back there for D'Lo. Back-to-back big-time buckets there. 35 seconds left to play before halftime. D'Angelo Russell really stepping up, making things happen as he goes step back. Left block right there on Covington and knocks down the shot. So Russell is up to 12 points, number 2 scorer behind Anthony Edwards with 15. Top scorer for the Clippers, Norman Powell with 14, and then after that, Reggie Jackson, Paul George has 9. George takes it past midcourt, 33 seconds left to play. No good, missed a 3, skipped around the rim and out. Just not a good possession right there. He was the only one who took it up the court, didn't even bother giving any of his players a single touch. And George is struggling, he's just 20% from the floor in the first half. 2 of 10 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. 15 seconds left to play. Russell shoots a 3, hits another one. He has taken over. It's D'Lo time here at the end of the first half. Back-to-back-to-back baskets. Minnesota once trailing up by 5. 15-3 run, by the way, in the last 3.5 minutes. Clippers looking for something. George out to the top. Batum shoots the 3, makes it with 2 seconds left to go. Minnesota, full court shot, goes off the top of the shot clock, and that's how we close out at the end of the second. We go into halftime, 53-51. The T-Wolves have come roaring back, and they take the lead. D'Angelo Russell, 3 straight buckets in a row in the final minute to close out. Going into halftime, he's tied for the top scorer for Minnesota, along with Anthony Edwards, both have 15 points at the moment. Shooting the ball efficient. And not really anything going on with Karl-Anthony Towns. He has been shut down tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns just 2 points, 0 of 7 shooting from the floor by Karl-Anthony Towns as he has gotten constantly double teamed. Incredible game plan by Ty Lue going into this one, getting his team defensively to double team Karl-Anthony Towns, take him out of the game. That's exactly what they've done. And he's also picked up 4 fouls as well. They're not scared to go right at him, be aggressive, and put him into foul trouble. And it could very well come down to free throws. This first half, I don't think I've covered a game in a long time, which the first half lasts this long. Like, we're going into like 11 o'clock in 5 minutes on the East Coast. The first half just finished up. That first half consisted of 29 total fouls. 17 personal fouls committed by Minnesota, 12 by the Clippers. So 29 fouls and 17 turnovers. Despite we got a great game, though. Close score, which is great. What's good, Donovan McCrabb? Welcome back in. He's got the Clippers and the Spurs there for his 7 and 8. Clippers going to make their free throws. They're just 13 and 19 at the free throw line, 69%. 7 of 11 by Minnesota, even worse at 64% right now. I think it's on the Clippers, how they've been lighting it up from 3 in this game. They're 8 of 14 from 3-point range. They go into halftime 57% from 3. And that's how they've been able to get the majority of their points, because they're getting outscored 18-8 points in the paint. Also getting out rebounded 24-16. So Minnesota has every single inside advantage there is. The Clippers have stayed in this game because of the ability of multiple players to make threes. They've got 6 separate players who's made at least 1 3 tonight for LA. Norman Powell is a perfect 3 of 3. He's the top scorer with 14. And then 1 made 3 each by Nick Batum, Marcus Morris Sr., Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Robert Covington. So those 5 guys have made all 1 3. And then Paul's made 3 threes. Alright, so the winner of this game will face the Grizzlies in the first round. The loser of this game will have to play on Friday against the winner of the Pelicans or the Spurs in a 9 versus 10 matchup. Yeah, that one, really, really good pickup they got there with Norman Powell. They got a lot of really just talented young players on this team that they're just building up for the future. Terrence Mann broke out in the playoffs last year. Brandon Boston Jr. had a couple big games this season too. What's good, Jose? Welcome to stream here, man. Best of luck to Dexter. Out for taking the Clippers +3 right there tonight. Going to under as well. Friday I'm probably going to stream 1 game if I'm able to get my stuff done. Saturday I'm probably going to do the night game because I'm out throughout most of the day on Saturday. I think it would be the Nuggets against the Warriors, that 8:30 game that I'd probably stream. Wow. I just saw an article by CBS Sports. It says that it's titled "Why Gonzaga Should Use Notre Dame's Football Scheduling Model and Pursue Alliance with Big East or Big 12." Oh, man. Just doesn't make any sense to do the Big East. There's the thumbs up reaction to that, and then the number 2 reaction is the ha-ha. Just makes no sense. I mean, you have to play all the way across the country. There's Providence, UConn, St. Hall, St. John's, Georgetown. That makes no sense. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Welcome to Stream Air, man. Yeah, it says in that article it's very unlikely that Gonzaga ever winds up joining the Big East, but that it's put out that that shouldn't stop the two from finding a way to join forces. That's crazy. So if you guys are just tuning in, first game today, Brooklyn Nets able to pull out the victory as they're going to take the Celtics on in the first round of the playoffs. Nets won 115-108 over the Cavs. That was mostly a blowout throughout the game, and then Cleveland made things interesting in the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn at the end of the first quarter, they were up by 20. Largest lead they got was 22, and then the Cavs, the closest they got to it, I believe, was 5. With like under 5 minutes left to go. They made things interesting, and then the Nets able to take it home. Yeah, hopefully a much better second half in this one. Just going to release the poll results. Look like the Clippers took the poll tonight, 58-42. That was just a tough first half to watch. Always the toughest ones to call when it's just like ticky-tack fall calls all over the place. I actually don't. I know like a lot of people that do play it though. Yeah, good question. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. So we're just waiting for a second half to begin a little bit from now. We'll get back to action here. We closed out the first half, 53-51 to score. Minnesota down throughout most of that middle portion of the second half. They were up early, and then the Clippers took the lead back, and then Minnesota was able to take the lead back late going into halftime for the T-Wolves. And positive sign for them is that they haven't even started to get any production from Karl-Anthony Towns. Despite that, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, both of them have stepped up in a big way, each with 15 total points going into halftime. So helping out when their key player just hasn't been able to produce anything tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns 0 for 7 from the floor, 2 points. Both of the points made at the free throw line. He's got 4 fouls. Oh, that's a cool. That's awesome there, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know there's like different versions to it. Alright, so we should be getting back in just a moment from now. They're still looking at highlights here from Brooklyn, Cleveland from earlier today. Kyrie hit a buzzer beater going into halftime, just fading away. Such a huge shot. Darius Garland kept Cleveland right in the game. He really started to get going in the second half. Wasn't enough, though, for the Cavs. Lost by 7, 115-108. I've been listening to a lot of games there on the radio because they've had games while I'm at work, and the station that I work for is actually like an affiliate to the Red Sox, so I have to like program all of like the Red Sox sponsors and stuff so the Red Sox games can go on air. So yeah, I've been listening to the radio broadcast. Yet to see one in person though, because a lot of the stuff's been during the day, where I've been like happen to like work a lot of those broadcasts, just programming the stuff in for them. It's busy when it comes time when the Celtics and Red Sox conflict, because those are always like the tough days and stuff like that, and I have to usually like train people how to like run the equipment so they know what they're doing on like a conflict type of day when like playoff time comes for the Celtics and then Red Sox are back up and running. Actually, I'd say the Patriots are probably when the Patriots and Red Sox play simultaneously, that's like the toughest or so, because usually the people that we get have to stay like a full day to do the Patriot stuff. Because if they have like a 1 o'clock kickoff, they start pregame at 10, and they go like 3 hours before. Or 3 hours before, 3 hours after for postgame that they do. So it's usually like 10 to 7 is the day that the person usually works there. The Sixers against the Raptors. That series right there. That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna take Toronto in that series. I think Philadelphia's in some deep trouble, especially if Toronto can find a way to lock up Joel Embiid. That Philadelphia is gonna have to unleash James Harden, and things are just not looking so hot right now for James Harden. I think they're in some really deep trouble there for Philadelphia. All right, here we go. Back to start off the third. 53-51 as finally we get the second half of action. Minnesota left to right in the floor. Jalen Noel hands it off to D'Angelo Russell, puts up the shot, and they pick off where they left off. At the end of the second quarter, D'Angelo Russell heads back to the free throw line. Yeah, that could potentially be possible there. Wouldn't it shock me, because we've seen a 5 seed land up in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, this is going to be the third season in a row, I believe. If that happens. Because Atlanta beat Philadelphia last year. Atlanta was a 5 seed. And then the Heat were a 5 seed, made it to the championship in the bubble against the Lakers in the finals. First shot good by Russell. Second shot missed off the back rim. 3-point lead for Minnesota. Clippers come up with a defensive rebound. First possession, second half for LA. They go right to left in the court. Batum, Zubac, Jackson, George, and Marcus Morris Sr. Jackson lobs into the hands of George. Turning around. Jumper. Missed off the back rim. He's having a tough game. And Zubac picks up a loose ball foul. So that's 2 personal fouls in the first 34 seconds committed in the third quarter by the Clippers. And that's Zubac's first. So this is what the foul trouble numbers look like currently. Reggie Jackson with 3. 2 each by 4 other players for LA. Marcus Morris Sr. Actually, that will be Zubac's second, so they add on and they tacked the one on. They hadn't updated that yet. Zubac with 2, Paul George with 2, and Norman Powell with 2. And then T-Wolves foul trouble 4 by Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 each by 2 other players. Pat Beverly, Anthony Edwards, 2 each by 2 additional players. D'Angelo Russell, Jaden McDaniels. Clippers have it down low, and a tie-up forced in between Russell, Beverly, and both of them came in to tie up Reggie Jackson. So with 11:07 left to go in the third. It's going to be a jump ball at the free throw circle, the Clippers side of the floor, between Jackson and Beverly. What happened here? 1 second. Pat Beverly has to get separated. Looks like he's waving goodbye to the crowd. There were some words between, I think, him and Marcus Morris before. Yeah, they were just right behind the official. Some words being exchanged. Oh, Morris just pushes off on Beverly before the referee even launches the ball for the jump ball. That's what happened. See, Morris has already got called for 1 technical foul in this game. Beverly just did a sign over to Morris about crying eyes. 11:07 left to play. Yeah, that's first initiated by Morris. Like Morris is just slashing off on like the chest area of Beverly. This is being under review right now. Looks like 11:07 left to go in the third. That's crazy. Chippy series here between two tough dudes. Pat Beverly and Marcus Morris. Okay, so they're gonna roll it on Beverly. Gonna send Paul George to the free throw line. George makes the free throw. And now they will do a jump ball. So they will give Beverly the foul. That's going to be Beverly's third. This is just crazy. We're stuck at 11:07 left to go in the third. Just barely even got into the second half. This jump ball gets tipped out of bounds. And it will stay Clippers possession. Batum will be the inbound passer underneath his own hoop. At this rate, we're not going to finish up till like 4 in the morning. Sheesh. So many falls, so many turnovers, so many clock stoppages. 11 minutes left to go in the third. Clippers shoot a 3 at the wing, missed off the mark by George. Offensive rebound. Zubac swarmed between 3 defenders, moves it out to George once again. George at the low block, moves it out to the top. Wide open 3 straight away. Morris couldn't connect. Rebound pulled down by Vanderbilt. Minnesota has the possession. 10-40 left to go in the third. Russell dribbles, attacks right on Zubac. Missed the layup. Looking for the call. They got numbers here for the Clippers. 5-4. Morris, drive, kick, corner 3. Jackson missed off the rim, and the rebound tipped out of bounds as it goes off of Anthony Towns. Last touch the baseline. It's going to stay Clippers basketball. 10:28 left to go. Clippers get the inbound. Batum lobs it down low, off the mark, looking for Zubac. He got knocked down to the hardwood, no call. Goes right back to Minnesota with a steal. Anthony Towns, ball poke loose, and he's on the ground with it. That will be a turnover. Clippers swipe the ball away from Karl-Anthony Towns. Batum moves it out to George. 10 minutes left to go. Passes down low. Zubac, hook shot in the low post. Gets the friendly roll. That's good for 2 by Zubac. 54-54. 10 minutes remaining in the third. Minnesota with a possession. Russell has it at the top of the key, defended by George 1-on-1. Pass out to his left. Into the hands to Edwards. Edwards, defended by Batum, moves it out to his right into the hands to Russell. Back out to Edwards. Edwards dribbles up to the left baseline, working 1-on-1 on Morris. Edwards goes back door, dish out to the corner. 3 in the air, got it. Big time 3, that is good by Pat Beverly. 9:20 left to go in the third. Great game we got here. Clippers with a possession. George takes it right downhill to the hole. He scores up and in off the glass. Paul George got himself now total of 12 points. Number 2 scorer behind Norman Powell with 14. Largest lead, 9 points for the Clippers. T-Wolves had a 5-point lead, largest one of the game. Head off, up to the free throw circle, off the dribble. Jumper, good by D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo having a great game. He is the game's top scorer, 18 points. Morris moves it out to his left into the hands of Jackson. 3 to tie, 2 to pull, 1-1. 8:40 left to go in the third. Jackson has it at the top of the key. He's defended 1-on-1 by Russell. 4 in the shot clock. Jackson dribbles up into the key. Jumper, mid-range, off the front rim. Rebound pulled down by Beverly. Here goes Minnesota. Beverly up the floor. Moves it out into the hands to Anthony Towns. Back outside of Beverly. Passes to his right to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Missed off the glass poorly. Offensive rebound. Anthony Towns. And he draws the foul committed by Zubac. Karl-Anthony Towns will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Clock will stop. 8:15 left to go. Quarter number 3. He's got just 2 points tonight, both of them at the free throw line. To 17 minutes, 4 personal fouls, just 2 points. First shot by Cat, it's good. Second shot is good by Cat. Already saw a 1-7 seed win today. The 7 seed has a 5-point lead with 8:10 left to go in the third. Jackson has the ball around the wing, hand off to Batum, lobs into the hands to Zubac. Zubac backs his way on Karl-Anthony Towns, banging bodies, down low, hook shot by Zubac, he scores. Using that post up to his advantage there, under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Minnesota with a ball. Jumper. D'Lo. Missed off the back rim and the rebound controlled by Batum. Finally, we got some basketball going on here. Multiple sustained minutes for a moment. George shoots the three. Missed off the front rim. Pulled down in the corner by Edwards. 7.5 left to go. So we finally have some basketball going on constantly without many whistles in the past 2 minutes. Driving, attacking. Oh, what a block right there. Anthony Edwards tried to put his man in the poster. Got denied though. Batum right to the hole. Stripped. Turnover. Stolen away by Beverly. Here goes Bev up the court. Drive, kick. Russell out to the corner. Edwards tries his hand to the three. Missed off the mark. That's good though for the putback. Karl-Anthony Towns. Back to 5 for Minnesota. 7:05 left to go. And a timeout taken on the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns with a putback. Had some great basketball action going on there past couple minutes. What's good, Uncle Pizzle? Welcome back to the streamer, man. What a game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. You guys would like to be notified future live streams. BKC, welcome back to the streamer, man. Hope all is going well. Glad to have you guys back in once again. 18 points by D'Angelo Russell. He is the top scorer in the game. 15 points by Anthony Edwards. Karl-Anthony Towns finally gets his first bucket of the night. He does it with 29 total minutes basically through the game. For Karl-Anthony Towns finally makes a field goal. He is 1 of 8 from the floor, 6 points by Cat. Top scorer for the Clippers, 14 points by Norman Powell, yet to score in the second half, though, all off the bench. 12 points by Paul George. George struggling, though, tonight. He's just 3 of 14 shooting. Minnesota, 2 after 2 after 2. As they are owning points in the paint. 20-17. Rebounds is in their favor, 31-22. And they've really been able to clamp down the perimeter. Clippers start out this game 70% from 3 at 7 for 10. Ever since, they're just 1 of 8 from 3-point range for LA. That 70%'s gone down to 44. Just a really good game going on right now. Big stakes for the winner of this one. They will take on the Memphis Grizzlies in that 7 versus 2 matchup in the first round. Loser of this game will have one other game to play. Single game elimination against the winner of the Pelicans versus Spurs. And the pressure is on whoever loses this one. They'll be in that single game elimination. Whoever wins that the number 8 playing game matchup on Friday will have to face the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And if you're just joining in, the Brooklyn Nets won the first playing game today, 115-108 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Brooklyn will face the Boston Celtics in round 1. Yeah, it's turned out to be a great game. Nobody's led by double digits tonight. Largest lead, 5 points by Minnesota. And then a 9-point lead by the Clippers. One second here. They took off a... Wow. Okay, so they took off a 3 once we got back from action. So they took off that 3. What was 63-58 has now been 60-58. So they took off a 3, a big 3-point shot made by Minnesota. That could be huge. Late stage in this game. 7 minutes left to go. It's a tie game at 60 when Marcus Morris Sr. What's good, Raven? Welcome back in once again. Great game. 60-60 to score. Minnesota with the ball. Russell. On the outside, picks up by Vanderbilt. Moves it that way. Vanderbilt dribbles towards his right. Hands it off to Edwards. Turns the corner. Drives in the paint. Dish out to the corner. 3 on its way. Beverly off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound. Snagged by Anthony Towns. Another chance. Bodies collide. 3 is good. This time by Anthony Edwards. They go no call down low. His body's tangled up in the low post between Minnesota and the Clippers player. Edwards tied with Russell, the top scorer in the game, with 18. Clippers with the ball on the outside. Jackson, 6 minutes left to go in the third. Jackson dribbles up, takes the 3, makes the 3 from the outside by Reggie Jackson to tie the score at 63. Minnesota with the ball. What a game we have it. Back and forth, back and forth. The T-Wolves receive the pass. Edwards dribbles up into the key, moves it outside. Dangerous pass. Saved at midcourt, though, by D'Lo. Russell gives it over to Towns. Backs his way, low post on Batum. Dumps it off right past the defense with a two-handed flush. It is Jared Vanderbilt, who soars up and throws down a jam. 5.5 left to go in the third. Clippers have the possession. Back and forth we go. Top of the key, George makes the pass into the hands of Batum. Outside of George, open 3, laces one up. Straight down the chute it goes for the triple by PG. 13. Lead change here. Minnesota with a possession. 5:10 left to go in the third. T-Wolves have the ball. Bounce pass. Down low. Kick out corner into the hands to Beverly. Beverly's going to slow down the offense. 5 minutes remaining. Passes off to Edwards to the edge of the Target Center logo. Edwards dribbles, attacks right down the lane. Missed off the front rim. Draws the blocking fall, though. It's going to be committed by Zubac. And Anthony Edwards will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that will be Zubac's 4th. So things starting to settle down here in the second half. Paul George, top scorer for the Clippers with 15. 19 points by Anthony Edwards, top scorer from Minnesota. 18 by D'Angelo Russell. Edwards' first one is good. What's good? Cobb Black Sheep on the stream. Welcome in. 66-66. 4:56 left to play in the third. Second one's good. Under 5 minutes left to go. Clippers will bring it up the floor. Jackson dribbles up into the key. Moves it outside off the bounce pass to George. Here's a 3. Open. PG 13. Knocks down back-to-back threes. 4:35 left to go. Paul George, top scorer for the Clippers, up to 18. Edwards has it around the perimeter. He's defended 1-on-1 by Morris. Dribbles up into the key. Kicks it out to the corner. Beverly lobs it down low. Anthony Towns has position, and he puts up the bucket over Batum for 2. 69 all. 4:15 left to go in the third. Clippers with a possession. Jackson, top of the key, defended by Beverly. 10 in the shot clock. Jackson to his right off the boar's pick. Dribbles up, jumper at the elbow. Hits it for 2 more by Reggie Jackson. 71-69. Reggie Jackson up to 14 points. Number 2 scorer behind Paul George with 18. Under 4 minutes left to play. Anthony Towns driving into the paint. Puts up 1. And they're not going to count it. They will not count the bucket by Karl-Anthony Towns. Instead, he gets called on the offensive foul pushing off. That's going to be his 5th. That is foul number 5 by Karl-Anthony Towns. So we've still got 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter. So he has to go to the bench now. Cat to the bench pushing off, picks up his 5th foul. It's just been a frustrating night all night long for Karl-Anthony Towns. 2 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3-point range. 5 fouls, 4 turnovers, 8 points. 3:40 left to play. Clippers with the momentum, up by 2 without Cat on the floor. George driving right to the hoop and draws the foul. It is Naz Reid who comes in for Cat and picks up the blocking foul. So Karl-Anthony Towns on the bench. Naz Reid Picks up his first foul. Clippers just being aggressive, going after Cat all game long. Paul George will shoot 2. He's got 18 tonight. They got those boom whackers out here in Minnesota. 3:39 left to go. 2 free throws coming up by PG-13. First one he missed. Paul George struggling in terms of efficiency tonight. Just 5 of 16. 5 of 8 at the free throw line for Paul George. Both of these teams crushing their opportunities at the free throw line. Clippers are 15 of 22, 67%. Timberwolves are 12 of 17 now, up to 71%. So that number has climbed. Second one by George. That's good. 3-point lead. 3:32 left to go. Beverly gets blocked from behind. It's Jackson who picks up the block. D. Wade with a dono. You the legend, man. Appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype in the chat here from my man D. Wade. You guys incredible out in the streams. Wasn't clean, though, in the block by Jackson. This will result in 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Minnesota. Pat Beverly. First shot by Beverly. No good. Pat Beverly going up against his former team as well. Reggie Jackson's going to come out of the game. Second one's good. Yeah, I thought so. Looked pretty clean. There's been a lot of questionable calls today. They just won't let these guys play. 3:20 left to go. George driving right down the lane. Gets the layup as he's able to get right past Naz Reid to the hole. Going up quick. Beverly. It's going to draw another foul picked up by the Clippers. Clock will stop, and there's also a gimpy player right now. This is Jaden McDaniels, who is slow on his feet from Minnesota. Clock will stop with 3:14. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. 3:14 left to go in the third. Clippers up by 4. Paul George, top scorer tonight, 21 points. He's also currently the top scorer in the game. Right behind him, Anthony Edwards of Minnesota has got 20. D'Angelo Russell has got 18. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified future live streams I do cover here. Appreciate you guys for joining in. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you got in this one tonight? Clippers or T-Wolves, as we're currently on the timeout. And we got 3:14 left to go in the third. Yeah, I bet so. So you get memos from the league all the time for NBA ref. And they focus certain things according to those memos. Yeah, definitely. Especially when the matchup is chippy, you would kind of sense which teams are going to be chippier against each other. Oh wow, I actually didn't know that. So they actually flipped his first and last name. Interesting. What's good, Keith? Welcome to the stream. Taking the Clippers tonight in this one. It's been a great game. It's just going by on snail's pace tonight. Yeah, that's interesting. I never realized that. All right, so we get back to action. 74-70. Minnesota with the basketball. Out to Beasley. Beasley at the baseline. Pass on top into the hands of D'Angelo Russell. Dribbles down the lane. Floats up one, and he scores. So puts it to a 2-point game there for D'Angelo Russell. Is up to 20 now. Clippers with a possession. Floating it up with the right hand. Missed off the mark. Covington tried to come up with the rebound. Couldn't get to it. Beasley comes up with a defensive board. Beasley looking to push it. 3-on-2. Clippers defense is back in time though. Underneath the hoop is Naz Reid, who draws the blocking foul. This will be 2 free throws coming up for Naz Reid. It's going to be charged on Marcus Morris, who picks up the foul. That will be Morris's 4th. And first free throw missed by Naz Reid. Correction to that, actually. That will be his 3rd for Morris. It's Zubac who's got 4, same as Reggie Jackson. So he's got 3 now for Morris. Second one's good for Reid. Naz Reid getting some extended minutes at the moment here. Karl-Anthony Towns in some deep foul trouble with 5 total fouls. He's still got 2.5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. So Cat's on the bench for quite a long time, he'll be. And the Clippers take a 3 as that will go right through by Paul George. PG-13 are really waking up here in the second half. He's up to 24. Edwards around the perimeter. Jab step defended by Morris. Takes the jumper. 15-footer. Airballs it off as a rebound. Couldn't connect on it. Was Reid. Tipped to the near side and the Clippers come up with a board. Here comes LA. Powell dribbles down the lane. Moves it out to the wing. Out to Morris. Morris lost it. Able to control possession. Minute 45 left to go. Morris working one-on-one on Russell. Tough shot. He gets it. Count it and a foul. It's D'Angelo Russell who picks up the blocking foul, but Marcus Morris hand in the face and drills the J. Wow. That was something special right there. One shot coming up at the free throw line for Morris. And that's good. 80-73. Minute 40 left to go in the 3rd. It's been a painstaking game as far as the pace. A lot of whistles all over the place in this one. And there we go again with another one. D'Angelo Russell takes it right to the rim. Draws the foul on Powell. Yeah, and they still not make the playoffs. Oof. D'Angelo Russell shooting 2 at the free throw line. First shot is good. Yeah, it's been a tough game tonight for Cat. Ty Lue is just an incredible coach, putting together an amazing game plan just to attack all game long on Karl-Anthony Towns and put him into foul trouble, just keep him out of the game, and then how they've defended them, they've just doubled them all game long, or doubled Cat all game long. Powell, pump fake, dribbles right down the lane, goes backdoor, and he scores. Up and in off the backboard by Norman Powell. What a get they picked up at the trade deadline. Norman Powell off the bench. He's been able to put up now 16 points on the board tonight. That's his first bucket in the second half. Yeah, this has been really great. The second playing game's been tremendous. Final minute left to go, 82-75. Clippers come up with a rebound. They lob it over to the left baseline, into the hands of Marcus Morris Sr. Left baseline dribble into the key. Passes outside, Powell. Spots up, shoots the three. No good. Offensive rebound, Covington. Covington back out to the top. George, 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles up to the elbow. Now back out, and it's going to be a foul picked up. I think it's on George. Pushing off. It is. So Paul George, offensive foul. It's going to go back to Minnesota. Ben, welcome back in, man. Yeah, things have been going well. This has been a really good game tonight. Ian, welcome back in here, bud. 1943, French mandated that we had to have surnames. Wow, so Vegas wasn't even supposed to have a last name. That's crazy. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Down inside the paint, Naz Reid floats up the shot, missed off the back rim. Great defense. Just defending whoever the big man is. Minnesota tonight by the Clippers. They've been doing some solid work. .3 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns held at just 8 points, 2 and 9 from the floor tonight through 3 quarters, and with 5 personal fouls, he's not going to be able to check in until the late stages of the fourth when he comes back out again. Naz Reid's got 3 points, just 1 of 4 from the floor. Hey, thanks so much, Dave, for joining in. Have a nice rest of your night there, man. Yeah, this game has gone later than expected. Wow. Wow. I see Iron Eagle's son calling this game. He called the Nickelodeon Kidcast when they had it for the playoffs for NFL. Second shot missed off the mark by Naz Reid, so he comes up empty. 10 seconds left to go in the third. The Clippers will bring it up the court. George tangled up with a Minnesota defender. And that's the worst possible case that you can do there for the T-Wolves, because you commit a foul by Josh Okogie with 6 seconds left to go. So 6 seconds remaining. It's going to put the Clippers now into the bonus with Paul George shooting 2. And the first free throw is good. So this is going to be tough here for Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns, 5 personal fouls through 3 quarters. Probably won't see the court until like the last 5 minutes remaining in this game, and now it's started to slip away from them at this point. Naz Reid can't make a free throw. Second shot's good. 9-point lead. Reid passes out to the corner. 1 second, catch and fire 3. Beasley lines it up and gets it at the buzzer. They will count it with a 3 ball. That is huge. Naz Reid, the extra pass across the court. Malik Beasley catch and fire on the 3. And he drills it right before the shot clock horn expires at the end of the third. Three quarters of basketball in the books tonight. Got a great game. Minnesota hanging in there in their home court. Winner will take on Memphis in the first round. It's a 7 versus 2 matchup. Paul George, top scorer in the game, 26 points for PG 13, coming alive in the second half. 16 points by Norman Powell, 14 by Reggie Jackson, 12 points by Marcus Morris. And then Minnesota, 2 players, double figures, 22 by D'Angelo Russell, 20 points by Anthony Edwards. Suns and Spurs, first round right there for Donovan McCrabb. Very well possible. Yeah, whoever loses this game is going to have to face either the Spurs or the Pelicans, who have been much better second part of the season. So right now we're just going timeout here at the end of the third quarter, 84-78 to score. Fouls have started to calm down much more than they did in the first half, though. We've got still a plethora of fouls. 42 personal fouls combined in this game, 21 by both of the teams. Turnovers have started to calm down a little bit more. 21 total turnovers, 11 by the Clippers, 10 by the T-Wolves. Yeah, this is massive. Massive here for Minnesota. It's the second playoff appearance that they're looking for since 2004. And Minnesota finished the regular season. They just had Chris Finch. He's getting interviewed right now. It said on the graphic they've won the last 8 of 11 home games at the end of the season. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter begins right now. Clippers right to left on the floor. They have the ball first. Zubac passes outside to Powell. Takes a 3 off the catch and fire. Missed off the back rim, and the defensive rebound gets pulled down by Minnesota. Minnesota players on the floor. D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, who made the 3 at the buzzer. Jaden McDaniels is out there as the T-Wolves claw their way back, winning 4 off the runner down low. Naz Reid on the floor. Covington dribbles down the lane, stripped to the ball, lost it. Turnover. Here goes Malik Beasley, 2-on-1. Pass ahead, McDaniels blocked from the side by Terrence Mann. And the Clippers come up with a basketball. Look at the push tempo. Powell gives over to Covington, lays it up and in, gets past Reid off the left baseline, cut to the hoop. 2-point lead for LA. Minnesota will, or a 6-point lead for LA. It's 86-80. Minnesota will try it again. Passing down the hill. Missed the slam dunk by Jaden McDaniels. Goes out of bounds though. Last touch, the referees will say, by the Clippers. Had to step behind the defender for a wide open slam dunk. Lucky it bounced out of bounds off of a Clipper player. 10:43 remaining in the fourth. Minnesota gets the inbound. Reid will shoot a 3. Oh, he hits it. Naz Reid wide open at the top of the key off the inbound. Drills the triple. Something you don't see too often. 10.5 left to go. Clippers with a possession. Jackson gives over to Powell. Moves it outside of Covington. Shoots a 3 ball. Missed off the back rim. Defensive rebound gets pulled down by Beasley. Minnesota with a possession. 10-10 left to go in the fourth. Floats up the right-handed hook. Missed off the back rim. Beverly gets his own rebound back. Passes out to the corner. 3 in the air. No good by McDaniels. Rebound pulled down by Covington and the Clippers. 10 minutes left to play. Jackson dribbles up. Back outside now at the left corner perimeter. Jackson working one-on-one on Reed. Passes out to the top. Entry pass inside of Zubac. Zubac gets past a defender, Beverly, and then gets tangled up and followed by McDaniels. So this should be 2 coming up at the line for Zubac. Clock will stop with 9:46. These guys playing their hearts out to see who can get the number 7 seed and play Memphis in the play-in. 9:46 remaining. Zubac shooting 2 at the line. First one is good. That free throw is like on a line. Yeah, this is a late one here. F. Lloyd in the stream. Welcome in. It's been a great game. Second shot. That's good by Zubac. 5-point lead by the Clippers. 9:45 left to go. Minnesota with a possession. Beverly bounce pass top of the key into the hands of Russell. Russell dribbles down the lane and get that one out of there. Terrence Mann with another block. Goes off the top of the glass. Shoveled out to Mann. Driving straight through the hole right there and throws it down with a right-handed flush by T-Man. 90-83 and a timeout taken on the floor by Minnesota. Terrence Mann, defense, translates on the opposite side of the floor to offense. Receives the pass straight to the trail and throws it down with a huge right-handed dunk with authority. These role players playing some crucial roles during moments in this game, and Terrence Mann is doing exactly that right now. That's his lone bucket of the game by T-Man. He's got 2 points, he's got 2 blocks, but we've seen him before come around in playoff time. Last year he had a 39-point game in the playoffs, stepping up. 26 points by Paul George, top scorer tonight. 14 by Reggie Jackson. 12 by Marcus Moore Sr. Those are the top 3 starters, and then adding Norman Powell off the bench is the number 2 scorer. He's got 16. Getting better at free throws, too. That number spiked up from 64% to 74% lately. Whereas the Minnesota free throw numbers are down from 71% to 64%. 24 points by D'Angelo Russell, 20 by Anthony Edwards. It just seems like there's more scoring threats in this Clippers team. As Karl-Anthony Towns getting taken out of the game, it's a big impact. And he's not going to be able to play until like 5 minutes left to go for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's got 8 points, 2 of 9 shooting, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He's got 4 turnovers and 5 personal fouls for Karl-Anthony Towns. So that's why we haven't seen him on the floor that often. That's why we've seen extended Naz Reid receiving 15 minutes in this game. Karl-Anthony Towns is playing 22. He's got 5 personal fouls. He picked up his 5th with like 3.5 minutes left to go in the third. Can't believe nobody's led by double digits in this game tonight. Largest lead, Clippers by 9. T-Wolves by 5 is the largest lead. It's basically been like back and forth, pretty even throughout this matchup. Yeah, Cat having a really tough game. It's more credit to the game plan by Ty Lue. Like, Ty Lue is an incredible head coach. He puts together a game plan to just completely take out Karl-Anthony Towns in this game. Goes right from the opening tip, doubling Cat, and then has his guys just drive right at him and be aggressive and get him right into foul trouble. It's good to see the fouls have calmed down here, though, in the second half compared to what they were in the first half. Cat's just... It's been out of control tonight. Picking up a couple of those is offensive fouls pushing off from time to time. They're going to have Karl-Anthony Towns back in the game. We've still got 9:20 left to go. This is really risky right now. He's playing with 5 fouls. So Cat receives the pass. 9:15 left to play. Takes the jumper and an 18-foot jump shot, and he missed off the back rim. Just not going right to the hoop there because he's out on the court with 5 fouls. So going to be less aggressive, and he settles for a poor quality look. Offensive rebound controlled by the Clippers. They move it out to the corner. Jackson spots up a 3, sinks it through. And this is the largest lead of the game right here, right now. Reggie Jackson with a 3-ball. Clippers by 10. 8:45 left to go. Minnesota with a possession. Towns gets another touch. Sneaks around. Left hand scores. Up and off the backboard as he slips past Zubac. So that's 2 straight possessions they've gone to Towns with a missed jumper and now a bucket. Man, at the top of the key, dribbles towards his right, gives over to George, shoots a 3, missed off the side of the rim. Rebound control by Anthony Towns. They take it up the court now with Beverly. Lost the ball, gets it back, passes out to the corner to Beasley. Outside it goes now to Russell. Russell stripped. Who's it touched last by? Referees will say it's touched out by the Clippers. So it's going to go back to Minnesota. 8:08 left to go. So Karl-Anthony Towns is on the floor right now. He's been playing for the last minute with 5 fouls. 8 on the shot clock. 8:08 left to go. Minnesota down by 8. As Pat Beverly will check out of the game. Anthony Edwards comes back on the court. Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden McDaniels currently on the floor. Same as Malik Beasley as Anthony Towns. Getting to the rim, and he gets fouled. So that is by Norman Powell, who picks up the foul. So Karl-Anthony Towns will stay and shoot free throws. He's got called for a couple offensive fouls, so every time you see him drive the ball to the hoop, it's concerning if you're a T-Wolves fan looking at this one. First one is good by Anthony Towns. Eight minutes left to go. Karl-Anthony Towns up to double digits finally for him tonight. He's up to 11. Second one missed too long. Off the back rim, rebound by LA. Clippers have the ball. 8 minutes left to play. On the outside, Paul George moves it out to his left. Into the hands of Powell now, and he lost it out of bounds at the baseline. Powell saying it was last touched by Edwards, but the referees do not think so, and Powell turns it over. Edwards will take it up the court from Minnesota. 7:35 left to play. Edwards, step back 3 in the air over Powell. Missed off the rim. Rebound pulled out by George. And is that it for Cat? That's a loose ball fall picked up. I believe it's on Karl-Anthony Towns from the back. As he knocks down Paul George off the rebound. If so, that's number 6 and he is gone. Yeah, that's all Cat. So that is Karl-Anthony Towns, who's just picked up his 6th personal foul. And he has just fouled out with 7:19 left to play still. So the risk does not benefit the reward right there. Karl-Anthony Towns, 2 minutes back into action, falls out of this game. 7-point lead by the Clippers. Looking to go up by more. Powell moves it back outside to Jackson. Dribbles up into the key. Jackson, dump off, deflected, stolen away. Edwards picks up the steal. Here they go, 3-on-2. Pass ahead. Big bodies collide there. It's going to be a blocking foul by LA. This will send Minnesota to the free throw line with Jaden McDaniels shooting 2. And that'll be charged to Paul George, who picks up the blocking foul. So that is George's 4th personal foul. 7:14 left to go. First one is good by McDaniels. Quick update in the foul numbers right now. 4 personal fouls for the Clippers, each by Zubac, Jackson, George, and Powell. And then 4 personal fouls by Jaden McDaniels in Minnesota. 3 each by D'Angelo Russell, Pat Beverly, and Anthony Edwards. Karl-Anthony Towns has fouled out with over 7 minutes left to play with 6. Second free throw missed. Clippers with the ball. George attacking, moves it outside to Batum, deflected pass, and battle for it. Jackson picks it up with a loose ball. Takes a jumper, missed off the rim. This is getting just really sloppy here in Minnesota. Comes up with a ball. Edwards lost it, gets it back, passes to the corner. Beasley with a 3. Oh, he hits it. Incredible job to stay with that for Anthony Edwards. Malik Beasley makes the 3 at the right corner. Timeout taken on the floor. 6:39 left to go. 93-90. Clippers by 3. That's a big-time shot as far as this stage of the game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in tonight, being a part of the channel. We got a great game right now. Malik Beasley off of the catch, just drills a 3 at the right corner, as that was just a sloppy possession written all over. Anthony Edwards, just to save that basketball, that was something special. Malik Beasley's got 11 points. Seems like he has a lot more. It's because whenever the big buckets have counted for Minnesota, they've come through that man there. Malik Beasley tonight has made the most threes. Second most threes in the team at the moment. Anthony Edwards 4 and 9 from 3. Malik Beasley's 3 of 6. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one here for Minnesota without Karl-Anthony Towns for the final 6.5 minutes. I will say no. I got the Clippers in this one to take this game. Also, here's something to note. Clippers have a record of 10-5 in games decided by 3 points or less. Something to note right there. They just have a knack to close out close games. That's the best record out of any team in the Western Conference in the close games this season. So we're just waiting to get back into this one here. 93-90. Clippers up by 3. It's going to be Clippers basketball coming up out of the timeout. 6:39 left to play. Alright, so 6:39 left to go. We're going to head right back into action. What's at stake in this game? It's massive. Winner of this game will take on Memphis in the 7 versus 2 matchup. The loser of this game will have to await on Friday to play their next opponent, which will be the winner of the 10 versus 9 matchup between San Antonio or New Orleans. And that's a single game elimination game. 6.5 left to go. 3-point lead for LA. Clippers get the basketball. George has it mid-block. PG-13 step-back jumper. Deep 2. He hits it for 2 points over McDaniels. It's a big-time shot right there by PG-13, up to 28 in the game. Edwards driving right to the rim, and he scores. Knocks down Paul George, no call. 22 for Anthony Edwards. Clippers with a possession. Jackson has it at the top of the key. 5:45 left to go. Bounce pass to the left wing perimeter. Into the hands to George. George looking for more. Just scored. Underneath the hoop. Shovels it out to the wing. Powell makes the pass out to Jackson. Dribbles up. Floats up the runner. 15-footer. Knocked down. No call. Defensive rebound. Pulled down by Minnesota. It's a 3-point game with 5.5 remaining. Out to the left corner perimeter. Into the hands of D'Angelo Russell. Passes to his right over to Edwards. Edwards turns the corner, puts up a shot, missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound, sneaks around. Naz Reid scores off the putback for 2. 5:10 left to play. It's a 1-point game. Clippers with a possession. George at the top, shoots the 3. And George gets fouled, I believe, before he went into a shooting motion. So game clock will stop with 5:03. Three timeouts remaining for both of these teams. It's going to be an inbound coming up for the Clippers. Yet in the bonus so far in the fourth quarter. Inbound goes out to Morris. Passes over to Jackson. Jackson at the right wing. Jackson, George, Morris, Powell, and Mann. That's the 5 in the court currently. Missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound controlled by Mann, though. Here goes Powell. Drive and dish out to Jackson. Laces up a 3. Halfway down. Rattled out. Rebound. Pulled down by Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns has followed out. Here's Russell for a 3. Splash. As that one sinks through. It's a Minnesota 2-point lead. And a timeout taken on the floor. 4:39 left to play. It's the T-Wolves on top, 97-95. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified here, future live streams I do cover. Incredible game tonight between these two teams. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be off, so no games tomorrow night. I'm busy out covering lacrosse. I'll probably have one game for you guys Friday, probably, if I'm able to get my stuff done before the weekend in time. Yeah, Vegas comes back. T-Wolves now leading, and what's impressive, they've been doing it without Karl-Anthony Towns. He got put out there with, 9 minutes left to play, and he fouled out for Karl-Anthony Towns. So he is done the remaining part of this game. 6 personal fouls for Karl-Anthony Towns, and wow, they've been able to come back from it because of the guard play that they've had today by Minnesota. 27 points by D'Angelo Russell, 22 points by Anthony Edwards, but Malik Beasley has made some really good shots tonight. He's got 11 points off the bench by Beasley. It just seems like he has more points, but it's because of the shots that he made. He made a shot right at the buzzer to close out the third quarter. Jason, what's good? Welcome to Streamer, man. Happy birthday to you about a couple days ago. Get back to action. 4.5 left to go in the fourth. Morris moves it outside to Jackson. 8 in the shot clock. Jackson around the perimeter. Jackson lost it. Tie up at the top of the key. And this will be a jump ball between Jackson and McDaniels. Pim J, welcome to stream. Jackson just doing a little bit too much. Tried to dribble behind his back and lost the handle. 4:15 left to go. There's also 0.8 on the shot clock. So 0.8 of a second remaining for the Clippers on this possession on the shot clock. It's going to be Jackson going up against McDaniels either way. So it's Jackson, who is 6'2". McDaniels is 6'9". Jump ball tipped up and off the glass. Minnesota controls the jump ball. 4:10 left to go in the fourth. 2-point lead for the T-Wolves. Yeah, this has been a great game tonight. Minnesota has it. Dribbles right down the lane. Oh, man. Anthony Edwards with a clear pathway throws it down with a right-handed flush. Nobody on him. That's as open as you can get there for number one of Minnesota. Taking it right to the hole right there for the right-handed flush. It's a 4-point lead for the T-Wolves, and the timeout taken with 4:02 left to play. Taken by Ty Lue and the Clippers down to one timeout. What a game. Winner will play Memphis in the first round. 7 versus 2. Such a great game tonight. Anthony Edwards up to 24 points. 27 by D'Angelo Russell. And they've just battled their way back in. It's been a game of runs between these two teams, just battling constantly. Minnesota has just been the dominant force inside. 42-35 for rebounds in favor of Minnesota. And then points in the paint is plus 12, 36-24. This game is in Minnesota. So, Target Center in Minnesota. .402 left to play. 4-point game. Clippers will get the inbounds. Paul George, top scorer for LA. He's been taking a bunch of shots, though. He's got 28 points, though he's only 8 of 21 from the floor. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you got in this one, Minnesota or the Clippers? Get back to action. 4 minutes left to play. Clippers will take it up the floor with Jackson. Largest lead, Clippers by 10. 9 ties, 8 lead changes. Largest lead, Minnesota by 5. Jackson passes out to George. Moves it out to the corner. Morris shoots a 3 and missed off the rim. Rebound control by Minnesota. The top seed Brooklyn Nets, or the better the seed, 7 seed Brooklyn Nets beat the number 8 seed earlier today, Cleveland Cavaliers. And Minnesota will take a timeout, 99-95. 3:42 left to go. 1 timeout remaining for the Clippers and 2 left by Minnesota. Great game tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. This game has gone on for quite some time tonight. A lot of fouls in this one. That would be a grand total. 47 total personal fouls. 24 by Minnesota, 23 by LA. What's good? Imagine. Welcome to the stream here. Sirs, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Been a tremendous game tonight. Yeah, there's still 3:42 left to go on the clock. So here we go, back to action. Minnesota gets the inbound. 3:40 left to play. They got Beverly, Beasley, Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards, who just sent down the slam dunk, and Edwards this time had it poked away from behind. It's going to stay Minnesota ball. .329 left to go. Out to the wing, 3 on its way. Naz Reid missed off the backside, and It was rebounded in the corner by Pat Beverly, and he got knocked down by Jackson. Karl-Anthony Towns has fouled out. So he fouled out with like 8 minutes left to go. He got brought back in the game with like 9 minutes left to play. Only played like a minute or two, and then he picked up his 6th foul. Inbound from Minnesota, out to the wing. Here it goes. Beasley missed a 3 off the front rim. Clippers come up with a defensive rebound. 2 timeouts from Minnesota, 1 by LA with 3:15 left to play. George moves it out to the corner. Batum shoots a 3, and he makes it. Nick Batum with a big 3. It's a 1-point game with 3 minutes on the clock. T-Wolves with a possession. Bounce pass top of the key. D'Angelo Russell moves it outside to the wing. Step back 3 in the air. Oh, money. Anthony Edwards. What a game he has had. Lighting it up. That was nasty with that step back. 27 on the board for Anthony Edwards. Top scorer for Minnesota. Jackson moves it outside of Batum. Just made a 3. Takes another one. That one missed off the mark. Actually, it's Russell has got 27 as well. So both splitting the 27 between D'Lo and Edwards. 2:20 left to go. Edwards looking for more. Edwards will dribble back outside to the wing. He's defended by Batum 101. Here goes Edwards. Makes the pass out to the left wing. 3 on its way. Missed off the rim by Beverly. Tipped up. Battle for the rebound. Swatted by Paul George. Goes off of one player, and it gets controlled by Russell. 2 minutes left to go. Minnesota has it. Up by 4. Looking to add to it. There's a 3. D'Lo connects. 3s are raining for the T-Wolves. Looking for their 2nd playoff appearance since 2004. Jackson missed the 3. Offensive rebound controlled by Zubac. Stolen away by D'Angelo Russell. They got a break here. 4-on-1. Kick out corner. Open 3. Overshoots the rim. Missed by Edwards. Deflected out of bounds by the Clippers. Should be 105. Gonna check here on the scoreboard. 104. They're gonna count as a 2. Before that, 104-98. Quick correction to the scoreboard. His foot was on the line before that. So it's 104-98. Foot was on the line off the deep jumper that they were able to knock down the last time around. So it's D'Angelo Russell. Looked like a 3. Foot was on the line. They count as a 2. Naz Reid off the inbound. He received the ball off the cut, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Anthony Edwards pushes down Reggie Jackson. It's been a great game. 1:35 left to go. Clippers should be getting this basketball. 1 timeout remaining for the Clippers, 2 by Minnesota. I actually don't, OTF. Great game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. What a night. Clippers will take it up the floor. Jackson has it at the right wing perimeter. Down by 6 for LA. They will shoot a 3, and that is good for the Clippers. 104-101. Paul George makes the 3. Is up to 31. Top scorer for LA. 1:15 on the clock. Minnesota with a possession. Jumper. 15-footer missed by Russell off the back rim, and the defensive rebound pulled down by the Clippers. 3 to tie. Far side of the court, Russell reaches in on George crossing midcourt. The clock will stop with 106. So that is no fouls to give now for Minnesota. 1 foul to give by the Clippers. Clippers with 1 timeout, Minnesota with 2 timeouts. Both teams with their coaches' challenges in their pocket. Next time around that the Clippers commit a foul, Minnesota, or next time around that the T-Wolves commit a foul, it's going to send the Clippers into the bonus. 104-101, minute 6 left to play. Clippers will get the inbound. It is Morris, George, Jackson. Jackson gets the inbound in his backcourt. Zubac and Powell missed the layup by Jackson off the glass. Rebound control by Jaden McDaniels. 55 seconds left to go. Minnesota will take it up the court by 3. The T will slow it down with Edwards. Edwards, Vanderbilt, Russell, Malik Beasley, and Pat Beverly, 5 of the floor. Edwards gets tangled up and fouled with 38.5 seconds. Off of his drive right to the rim, it's on Zubac who picks up the blocking foul. Yeah, thanks so much, Joe. Appreciate it, man. So this should be 2 free throws coming up at the line for Anthony Edwards. Youngster from the University of Georgia. Ty Lue can't believe the call right there. Multiple fouls tonight. 26 total by Minnesota for personal fouls. 25. The Clippers just picked up their 25th. First shot is good for Edwards. Second shot by Edwards. Makes it. 106-101. 38.5 seconds left to play. And a timeout taken on the floor here. Yeah, that would be unbelievable there, getting Jay Wright. I just can't see that happening, though, that Jay Wright leaves Villanova. Sebastian, thanks so much for joining in, man. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Whoever holds on to wins this game will take on Memphis in the first round as the 7th seed between the 2, which is Memphis. Loser of this game will have to play once again on Friday night. They'll face the winner of the Spurs-Pelicans tomorrow night. Yeah, it's probably allergies. Because, yeah, my allergies weren't too well like a week ago or so. It's that time of year that the seasons are changing. Most points before the age of 21. Anthony Edwards right behind LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony. What a list. He's actually ahead of Luka on that list now. 2,925 points before the age of 21 by Anthony Edwards. Back to action. 38.5 seconds left to go. Clippers get the inbound. George, he knew it. Poor shot right there by George to the right corner. Rebound control by Minnesota. 32.2 seconds left. And the Clippers pick up a reach-in foul. No Karl-Anthony Towns for most of this game. Gone into deep foul trouble. And Minnesota is 32 seconds away from pulling out the victory. And they'll shoot here in the bonus. This will be Pat Beverly at the free throw line shooting 2. And first one he gets off the friendly bounce, off the back rim, drop down into the net. Second shot. No good. Missed by Beverly around the rim. Rebound Zubac. Jackson signals the offense. They got to go quick. 25 seconds left to go. Clippers with the ball. Poke loose. It's stolen away by Anthony Edwards. And gets followed by Zubac with 21.4. That is a costly possession there for LA. The struggle to handles. Reggie Jackson had the same amount of assists in this game that he did his turnovers. 5 total assists, 5 total turnovers by Reggie Jackson tonight. And that ball was poked out by guess who? Pat Beverly was the one who poked it free. And Anthony Edwards was the one who completed the steal and scooped it up. 21.4 seconds left to play. First free throw missed off the back rim by Edwards. Hey, thanks so much, Raven, for joining in. See you later. Second one, good by Edwards. 7-point lead, largest one of the game, I believe, for Minnesota. Loose ball at midcourt, picked up by George. 15 seconds, George has to launch it. He does. Oh, he hits it with 12.5. That's a 3 by Paul George, and a timeout taken on the floor by Minnesota. Crunch time. If only they had a couple more possessions go their way. They'd have this one. It's going to be a quick 30-second timeout, though. Minnesota will get the inbound. 12.5 seconds left to go. This has been a 3-hour game today. This game, by the way, has lasted longer than the Red Sox game today. So that says something. That Red Sox game lasted like 2:49 today. So we're going on 3 hours right now. .5 seconds left to go. It's going to be Minnesota who gets the inbounds. They only allow 104 points, which is huge because their last 7 games, they've allowed opponents to score above 120. Inbound at the corner. Edwards escapes, moves it out on top. All the time's ticking off the clock, and 6.4 left to play. A lot of time going off the clock. The Clippers have to commit a foul, and they do. So Minnesota back to the free throw line with 6.4 seconds. Minnesota 6.4 seconds from taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs and being the number 7 seed. Malik Beasley, 2 free throws at the line for the T-Wolves. He gets the first one. Pat Beverly, so animated tonight. Knows how much this game means going up against his former team. 6.4 seconds away from taking it. Having some words right across the middle to Marcus Morris Sr. Offensive rebound. Pulled down by Beverly. 4 seconds. Beverly tosses it up in the air, and this game is over. Minnesota going to go to the playoffs for the second time since 2004. They pull off the victory 109-104 on their home court in a back-and-forth battle going down right to the final moments. Pat Beverly takes off his jersey, chucks it into the crowd here at the Target Center. Unbelievable finish. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. Before you do sign off, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to close off on this one tonight right now, as we will close out the channel members. All channel members get a shout out. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, BP Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Ehino, Joseph, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Arahan, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Isaiah, Bruin, Cody F, Steven, Tristan, Ian, Spaghetti Factory, Happy MT Dude, Mike, and Robin. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. Wow, what a night. 109-104 final score. Minnesota pulls off the victory over the Clippers. It's going to be Minnesota in the playoffs as the number 7 seed, taking on the number 2 seed, the Memphis Grizzlies. Thanks so much, everybody. Glad to have you guys join in, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.